Students, welcome to my online classroom Science Club. Hope all of you are well now. I am SJ Sir. Today I am going to discuss semiconductor energy band theory. This is very helpful for class 12th standard student side by side. I hope it also very helpful for 10th standard also. Okay. So firstly I want to discuss about energy band theory for semiconductor. Actually, this energy band theory we have to discuss for conductor, semiconductor and insulator. You have primary concept about semiconductor, conductor, insulator. That conductor have good for electricity. This is good carrier for electricity, but insulator, this is a bad conductor for electricity. Semiconductor is a device that works in between conductor and insulator. Now I am discuss about this theory by energy band diagram. Okay, you all of you know about what is insulator, what is conductor, what is semiconductor, which are good for electricity, which are good carrier of electricity, that is conductor, which is bad carrier for electricity, that is insulator, and semiconductor is a device that is work in between conductor and insulator. Now that here I am drawing three block. One I have written valence band, one I have written conduction band, one I have written forbidden band gap. Forbidden band gap, it also written as EG. Okay. Now that what is valence band? You know that for metal, every metal, in last orbit, some electrons are present. In last orbit, electrons, they form valence band. Okay, all the conductor form, not only conductors but also insulator, semiconductor, the last orbit's electron form a band, that is valence band. And when the electron escape from this band, valence band, they are going to an upward position and another position. This is conduction band. Okay, in valence band, this is the band of electrons. Valence band is the band of electrons, and when electrons are escaped from this valence band, they are going to conduction band. When they are going to conduction band, actually they are going to ready, they are conducted then. Okay, now that there is a gap between valence band and conduction band, this gap is called forbidden energy gap or forbidden band gap. This is written as EG. Conduction band we can write in short form CB. Valence band, this is VB. Okay, now that this valence band is completely or partially filled by electron. It's never empty. Valence band never empty. It may be filled with electron, fully filled with electron or partially filled with electron, it never empty. But in conduction band it can be filled with electron or it can be empty. Okay, or it can be empty. So if I say about valence band, this is completely or partially filled with electron. If I say about conduction band, filled with electron or this band is empty. Okay, Now the gap between conduction band and valence band is called energy gap. Okay, now shortly I write about valence band. You have to note this point. Valence band, this part is completely or partially filled. Completely or partially filled with electron. This is completely or partially filled with electron. If I saying about conduction band, CB, conduction band, then now that conduction band, it may be filled with electron or it may be empty. Okay, empty or filled with electron. It can be partially filled with electron. Okay, in this gap, that is energy gap, no electron is present here. No electron. This is a gap between VB and CB, valence band and conduction band. So if I write about EG, forbidden energy gap, it's empty, completely empty. It's completely empty. Okay, this is the basic concept for conduction band, valence band and energy gap. Okay, I think you are clear about this concept. What is valence band, what is conduction band, what is energy gap. Valence band is the bands that is formed by the last orbit, and conduction band, when electrons escape from this valence band, they are taking place in conduction band, and the gap between valence band and conduction band is energy gap. Okay, now I apply this theory. For conductor, for semiconductor and for insulator. Before saying conductor, insulator and semiconductor, I just want to write two lines for everyone: conduction band, forbidden energy gap and valence band. First I am going to write about valence energy band. Take a screenshot for this part. Valence energy band. Okay, what is valence energy band and what about is this? Valence energy band, you have to note this point. Valence energy band. Okay, in this band, the band has valence electron. Is it? This band has valence electron, and this band is either filled with electron or it may be partially filled. Okay, it may be either filled with electron or partially filled with electron. Is it? Just I am saying about this, or partially filled with electron. Okay, now that this band never be empty. Okay, this band never be empty. Okay, this band never empty. Last point is this. In this point, here the electrons are present, they do not contribute electron. Electrons are contributed by the conduction band that carries electric current. Okay, in this band the electrons are not conducted electric current. So last point I have to write electron present in this band, the electrons do not contribute electric current. Okay, this is about valence energy band. You have to write this part. What is valence energy band? Okay, so this band has valence electron. This band is either filled with electron or partially filled with electron. This band is never empty. In this band, the electrons are present. They do not contribute electric current. Electric current are contributed by the conduction band electron. This is the concept about valence energy band. I think you have clear about this part. Okay, write this. Next is conduction energy band. Next, I have to write, you have to note conduction energy band. Conduction energy band. This conduction energy band, this band can be empty or can be partially filled with electron. I have to write this point. This band can be empty or it can partially filled with electron. It can partially filled with electron. Okay, electron present in this band are carry electric current. Okay, last point is this. Electron present in this band carry electric current. Okay, so this about conduction energy band. Okay, so firstly I am saying that what is valence band. Now I am saying that conduction band. Note this point. Just note this point. Now the point is forbidden band gap. Forbidden band gap, or we can write it easy. Okay, forbidden band gap. Forbidden band gap. EG. This is the gap between conduction band and valence band. So first I have to write this. This is the gap between VB, that means valence band, I write it VB, and CB, conduction band. This is the gap between valence band and conduction band. Okay, this is an empty space. This is not filled with electron. So we write here this band is empty. Clear? I think all of you are clear about the minimum energy required to shift an electron from valence band to conduction band, a minimum energy is required. That is called energy. That is called band gap energy. Okay, I write it that the minimum energy required, minimum energy required to shift, a minimum energy required to shift an electron from VB to CB is called, what is called? It is band gap energy. Band gap energy. Actually, this band gap energy is written as Eg. Okay, I think you are clear about these three parts. What is valence band, what is conduction band, and what is energy gap. Now I am saying about conductor. Okay, now that this is the energy band diagram for conductors, just look at the figure. Here conduction band and valence band, they are overlapping. Therefore E is equal to 0. Eg means energy band gap energy is 0. So valence band, the electrons from valence band, they already present in conduction band. Nothing energy is needed to carry a electron from valence band to conduction band. Nothing energy is needed. The electrons can go valence band to conduction band very easily. That is why conductors are good for electricity. Metals are good for electricity. Okay, this is the energy band theory for conductors or metals. Now I write this point. Okay, you have to note this point. What about conductors? What about energy band theory about conductors? So I say it again, for conductors, valence band and conduction band, they are overlapping. If they are overlapping, the energy band gap is 0. Therefore, electrons can go from valence band to conduction band very easily. Okay, nothing energy is needed. Here is equal to 0. Nothing energy is needed. That is why metals or conductors are good carriers of electricity. Okay, I write this point. You have to note this point. Here valence band, that is VB, is conduction band, that is CB, are overlapping. Okay, they are overlapping. That is why energy gap is equal to 0. Energy gap 0 means no energy is required to change an electron from valence band to conduction band. I write this point. Is equal to 0. No energy required to transfer electron from VB to CB. Okay, that is why they are good for carrying electricity. They are good conductor of electricity. Okay, so I write this point. That is why the conductors or metals are good for metals or conductors are good for carrying current, or they are good conductor, okay. This is about metals or conductors energy band theory. Now I am going to discuss about insulator. Okay, now this is insulator. I draw the energy band gap diagram. Here conduction band and valence band, in between these two energy gap is greater than 3 electron volt. This is not a least value, this is a more value, this is a greater value. So here electrons are unable to jump from valence band to conduction band. That is why valence band is completely filled with electron. In this case here electrons are completely filled with electron. But in conduction band electrons are here completely filled with electron. Here energy gap is very greater. That is why electrons are unable to jump from valence band to conduction band. So this part is empty, no electron is present here. This part is empty, no electron is present here. And you know that which electrons are carry current? Cb, conduction band electron. Here electron, no electron is present here. So the conductivity of insulator is 0. This is energy band theory. I repeat, in this case valence band and conduction band, in between two energy gap is very greater than 3 electron volt. That is why electrons are unable to jump from valence band to conduction band. That is why valence band is completely filled with electron, but conduction band is fully empty. That is why they are unable to conduct current. I write it shortly, you have to note this point. Okay, for insulator I write that in insulator the energy gap Eg is greater than 3 electron volt. Okay, so electrons are unable to jump valence band to conduction band. Okay, electrons are unable to jump valence band to conduction band. In this case, therefore Vb is filled with fully electron, but Cb is empty. Okay, so no electron is present conduction band. That is why it's a bad conductor of electricity. I write last point this. In this case conductivity is 0. Conductivity is 0. Okay, I think all of you are clear about this point. What about insulator? Just note it, take a screenshot. Last point I am going to discuss about semiconductor. Okay, now I am drawing a energy band graph for semiconductor. In this case, conduction band and valence band, in between them energy gap Eg is a small energy gap, not greater than 3 electron volt. It's less than 3 electron volt. It varies for semiconductor. The energy band is 1.1 electron volt. For germanium, 0.72 electron volt. That is why this energy band gap is not more, not less. That is why the conductivity is in between metals and conductor. In between metals and insulator. Now that at 0 Kelvin temperature, when the temperature is 0 Kelvin, no electron can go from valence band to conduction band. That is why conductivity is 0. So at 0 Kelvin temperature, conductivity is 0. When temperature increases, electrons are trying to go from valence band to conduction band. They are going to start valence band to conduction band. Then conductivity is started, and time by time it is increases. Okay, so in a certain condition, electrons are carrying current for semiconductor. Okay, at 0 Kelvin temperature, they are not carrying current. This is the theory for semiconductor. I say again, I repeat again, you have to write this point. For semiconductor, valence band and conduction band, in between these two, energy gap is less than 3 electron volt. This energy gap is not less, not very greater. Okay, this energy gap is vary for silicon it will be 1.1 electron volt. For germanium it will be 0.72 electron volt. It's not crosses 3 electron volt. At 0 Kelvin temperature, they cannot carry electron. The electrons are unable to jump from valence band to conduction band. That is why conductivity is 0 for 0 Kelvin temperature. When temperature increases, they are going to start carrying current. When temperature increases, they are going to start carrying currents, and time by time it is increases. This is for semiconductor. Now I have to write it shortly, this point. Okay, we have to write it. The valence band and the VB and CB has finite energy gap. But we can write small, that is Eg less than 3 electron volt. Finite but small energy gap. At 0 Kelvin temperature, electrons are unable to, what happened at 0 Kelvin temperature? Electrons are unable to cross the energy gap. So conductivity is 0. Okay, in this case, in this time semiconductor behaves like a, conductivity is 0, so it behaves like a insulator. Is it? It behaves like a insulator. when temperature increases, now electrons are going to start valence band to conduction band. So conductivity is started. Temperature increases, that means T greater than 0, then charge carriers are moved from VB to CB. Okay, when charge carriers are moved from VB to CB, that means conductivity started. Then I write it upper point, I think you are showing this, then conductivity started. Okay, this is the point about semiconductor. I think all of you are understood this point. So in this video I discussed with you energy band theory for semiconductor, for insulator and for conductor. Okay, today your class is end.